And there's one more thing to remember. We have access to that throne of grace only because of what Christ has done for us on the cross. We did not receive God's grace because of any merit on our own part. We received that grace because of what Christ did on our behalf. The writer to the Hebrews further says, therefore, since we have such a great high priest who has ascended into heaven, Jesus, the Son of God, let us hold firmly to the faith we profess. For we do not have a priest who is unable to empathize with our weaknesses, but we have one who has been tempted in every way, just as we are, yet without sin. Let us then approach God's throne of grace with confidence, so that we may receive mercy and find grace to help us in our time of need. We approach that throne confidently only because of what Christ has done for us to make it possible. In Jesus we have a friend who takes all of our past mistakes upon himself. The scripture says this is indeed what Christ has done for us, taken our lives stained by sin and the legacy of sin, and given us his perfect life in exchange. Isaiah writes, surely he has taken our pain and borne our suffering. He was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our iniquities. The punishment that brought us peace was on him, and by his wounds we are healed. Isaiah 53. Have any of you ever thought to yourself, if I were only 18 again and know what I know now, I'd love to live my life over because I think I'd do a much better job of making choices. You ever thought that? Unfortunately, that is one luxury that is never given to any of us. Time marches relentlessly onward. Even Pontius Pilate, after Jesus' trial, spoke for all of us, I think, when he said, what I have written, I have written. We can't go back. We can't undo the past. We can, however, do something about the future. Today is also Bread for the World Sunday. After our worship today, we have opportunity to write letters to help form a protective circle around those who are vulnerable, around people all over the world, including the more than 20% of our children in the United States who go to bed hungry every night. We can write letters so that others can simply have the possibility of food through compassionate legislation. Did you know that people in hungry nations after a famine are much more likely to go to war? Urging legislators to include low-cost food legislation is a huge help even in our U.S. foreign policy. We have a God who is approachable, who is merciful, and who has given us access, who has given us Jesus to stand in our place. What an amazing service